Guys, great to get you on Real Vision. We only met recently and just had a fantastic conversation. I thought it's so good to have somebody in Asia talking to us about what's going on, because so much of this kind of crypto world is US centric. And I think it's going to be really interesting picking your brain. So if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, what you do, and a bit of your backgrounds as well, where you came from.
Sure. Josh, maybe I'll start.
Please.
Yeah, so my name is Darius. I'm one of the co-founders of QCP Capital. We're a 50-man team based in Singapore. We're crypto traders that focus a lot on trading in Asia, as well as on derivatives. My background, I started my career at a Asia macro hedge fund called Diamond Asia. And then I was in BNP Paribas on the FX trading desk in Singapore, and then after that, New York, before setting up QCP Capital.
My name is Josh. I'm one of the co-founders as well. I do not come from a trading background. I used to be a lawyer, but I spent some time in a few different spaces. I started in e-commerce in Asia and Latin America, then in mobility, and then payments. So companies like Uber and Gojek and Rocket Internet, and that kind of naturally led me into the crypto space. And it's pretty funny because we started QCP kind of garage band style. We were still at our respective jobs. And then I remember one day Darius went around the corner, he just kind of quit and walked back because everything's so nearby in Singapore. Because, crypto is that much more interesting.
So, Josh, I understand why, because you were kind of already in the kind of digital disruption space. But Darius, what did you see in this whole thing that you left? Diamond is a big and very reputable hedge fund, and then you're in the FX market, you're doing the traditional thing, and then you sidestep. What was it?
So, I thought about Bitcoin back when I was in Diamond, but, we didn't think much about it. Even at BNP, when I started trading Bitcoin, I remember there was once I went to compliance to declare my Bitcoin holdings, and the compliance went back to me. They were like, sorry, what's Bitcoin, right? So it was very early back then. The banks
was Danny trading Bitcoin at all? Was he into it or not?
Not at the time.
Right.
But when we first started QCP Capital, we had a long conversation about this, and I think he's been interested ever since. Anything that's very volatile, I think Danny enjoys. So he's definitely has his eye on it. But for me, I started with arbitrage. So back then, the Korean arbitrage was anywhere from 30 to 60%. You're buying Bitcoin in the global market, selling it in Korea at a premium, getting the money back from onshore from onshore Korea to back to Singapore, and that was how we started. It was a pure arbitrage play. We were doing that for a year, and that's actually how we got our starting capital together.
Why did the arbitrage exist?
But I mean, firstly, as you know, in Asia, one of the biggest themes around Asia is capital controls. And if you're Korean, it's difficult for you to buy in global markets. You are typically contained within your own market. And back then in Korea, this is in 2016, 2017, right? Crypto was crazy in Korea. I think people were going nuts on the speculation there. It became a social problem, right? We were hearing that kids in university, you go to university libraries and all the kids will be there, the laptops open, and they're all trading crypto. No one is studying, right?
Uh-huh.
Koreans, they when it comes to speculative fervor, it's real in Korea. The mom and pops were trading crypto. They had to actually put in measures to reduce crypto trading because it was that much of a social problem, right? So with that kind of crazy fervor, crypto, Bitcoin, Ether traded in Korean won was easily at a premium all the time. It took a long time for that premium to die down, and it was a large premium. So we started trading Bitcoin as purely a financial play before we even knew much about it. And then slowly we got deeper into the space. And, when we started QCP Capital, we had a more bullish view. But yeah, at the start, it was just a pure arbitrage.
And funnily enough, from Korea being the most attractive place to now being one of the most draconian with the taxes on crypto, one of the least attractive places to trade.
Hey, if you like this clip, be sure to like and subscribe for more crypto-related content. Also, be sure to check out the full interview and more only on realvision.com/crypto.